Lou Orlando, Chaz McAdams. We're now joined by the first ever general manager of St. Bonaventure men's basketball, Adrian Wojnarowski. Appreciate you taking the time. I tell you what, they really rewarded with one heck of a first season, their best start in 55 years. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's been tremendous. No, good to be with you guys. Good to be at Rose Hill today. This is a great college basketball environment. A lot of Bonnie fans here, along with the Ram faithful.
Oh, we can hear them.
Yeah.
Nick and Chris, my pleasure. It's for an anniversary for one-on-one, and anything to do with FUV is a pretty cool deal.
And Mike, it's 50 years since the creation of One-on-One, a show that's been so important to everyone who's come through the doors at FUV. I'm curious if you remember the first time you hosted the show. When was it, and what do you remember about those early days doing the show?
You know, I think I don't remember the exact first one, but I do remember how nervous I was. And I remember I wasn't very good at one-on-one.
History and Fordham go hand in hand. So much so that there's a special title we bestow upon the Rams' home court. It's not just the Rose Hill Gym. It's the historic Rose Hill Gym. Fordham's classic venue turns 100 years old this week, summoning memories of Ram legends, whether they be on the court or wearing headsets alongside it. Legacies have been molded here, but the legacy of this year's Rams is still in question. Fordham has stumbled out the gate in A10 play, still searching for their first win after 4 conference games. But there's still plenty of time for the Rams to right the ship and etch their names into this illustrious history. What better time to start than tonight? Fordham versus UMass, celebrating 100 years in the Rose Hill Gym, live on 90.7 FM, WFUV.
Jackie the lefty floater, he got it! He got it at the buzzer! Fires it up! Drive, slams it down! Josh Rivera electrifies the building!
Now, Cedric and I have something very much in common. I wish it was talent on the baseball field, but unfortunately, that's all you. Cedric and I both were diagnosed with Crohn's disease. If you don't know what that is a chronic autoimmune disease that affects the intestines and the lining of the digestive tract.
I would just say, to stay positive. I think that's kind of what led me to be able to continue to play. I didn't really think of the negative sides of it. I continued to think on, the future and just me being in good health.
Cedric, your story has inspired me and so many others. I really appreciate you taking the time to join me. He's starting in center field tonight for the Baltimore Orioles. Tune in tonight as the Orioles take on the New York Yankees. For WFUV Sports, I'm Jack Warner.
We're here to celebrate the life of baseball legend Willie Mays, Lou Orlando, Jack Warner, 2 MLB beat reporters for WFUV Sports. Willie Mays passed away on June 18, 2024. Simply put, he's one of the greatest baseball players of all time. We've put together something very cool for you guys. First-hand accounts, stories of people that were alive that watched Willie Mays play and can speak on his impact.
First of all, I remember Willie coming into Trenton to play for the Trenton Giants. And I knew he had to be special because everybody was talking about Willie's coming to town and this guy is the best thing that anybody will ever see.
I read your article where you explained your ballot, and I really was struck kind of towards the end when you were explaining certain key factors, specifically relating to PED usage and your hardline stance on that. And I'm curious now, with the rules that were put in place back in 2016, with kind of now a younger voting class emerging every single year, what do you think the shift in PED stances is going to be going forward, especially when we have new classes coming in the next couple years?
Voting does evolve, and attitudes do evolve over time. I think, though, that when you get this ballot and the Hall of Fame asks you specifically to consider integrity, character, and sportsmanship, then it's your responsibility to try as best you can to evaluate that.
The New York Knicks have advanced to the second round of the NBA playoffs after a dramatic first-round series win over the Philadelphia 76ers. Numerous Knicks contributed to the 6-game effort, but Josh Hart deserves some special recognition, especially considering he could be a major factor against the Indiana Pacers in round 2. The Knicks and Pacers have had an interesting relationship throughout the years. Their playoff battles are well documented, and to many fans, it's a rivalry that brings back memories from when the Ewing and Starks-led Knicks took on Reggie Miller's Pacers. Those 90s Knicks were beloved by the city due to their gritty disposition. Roughly 3 decades later, the Big Apple has fallen in love with a new Knicks team that embodies these same characteristics. Josh Hart feels like an absolute throwback. With WFUV Sports, I'm Colin Loughran.